The sun was setting over the tranquil seaside town of Marisport, casting a warm golden glow over the quaint houses and cobblestone streets. In one of these houses, nestled between the beach and a small forest, lived Eleanor Brooks, a talented marine biologist with a passion for uncovering the mysteries of the ocean. Eleanor's days were filled with research and exploration, but her evenings were often lonely. She had moved to Marisport 3 years ago, hoping to find solace and inspiration by the sea after a painful breakup. Despite her love for the ocean, she longed for a deeper connection with someone who shared her passion. One summer evening, as Eleanor was returning from a day of diving and collecting samples, she noticed a small crowd gathered at the town's harbour. Curious, she approached and saw a group of fishermen pulling in a massive net filled with fish. Among them was a man she had never seen before, his bronzed skin glistening with sweat, his muscles straining as he helped hoist the catch. He was tall, with tousled dark hair and piercing blue eyes that seemed to reflect the very depths of the ocean. Eleanor couldn't help but be intrigued by the stranger. She learned from the murmurs around her that his name was Liam, a new fisherman who had recently arrived in town. As he worked, he moved with an easy grace and strength that fascinated her. She stood there captivated, until the crowd dispersed and the fishermen began to pack up for the night. As Eleanor turned to leave, she accidentally bumped into one of the fish crates, spilling its contents. Embarrassed, she knelt down to pick up the scattered fish when she felt a gentle hand on her shoulder. "Let me help you," a deep voice said. Eleanor looked up to see Liam smiling down at her. His smile was warm and genuine, and she felt her heart skip a beat. "Thank you," she replied, her voice slightly shaky. "I'm Eleanor, by the way." "Liam," he said, extending a hand. As they shook hands, Eleanor felt a strange sense of connection, as if she had known him for much longer than a few moments. Over the next few weeks, Eleanor and Liam's paths crossed frequently. Whether at the harbour, the local market, or on the beach, they always found themselves drawn to each other. They began to spend more time together, sharing stories of their lives and their dreams. Liam told Eleanor about his adventures at sea, while she shared her research and discoveries about the marine life she so dearly loved. One evening, as they walked along the beach, the sky painted in hues of orange and pink, Liam turned to Eleanor and said, "I've been meaning to ask you something. Would you like to go sailing with me tomorrow? There's a spot I'd love to show you." Eleanor's eyes lit up with excitement. "I'd love to," she replied. The next morning they set out early, the sea calm and inviting. As they sailed, the wind in their hair and the salt air filling their lungs, Eleanor felt a sense of freedom and joy she hadn't experienced in years. Liam navigated the boat with ease, his confidence and skill evident in every movement. After a few hours, they arrived at a secluded cove, its waters crystal clear and teeming with colourful fish. Eleanor was in awe. "This place is beautiful," she whispered, her eyes wide with wonder. "It's my favourite spot," Liam said, anchoring the boat. "I come here whenever I need to think or just escape from everything." They spent the day swimming, exploring the underwater world, and lounging on the deck, basking in the sun. As the day turned into evening, Liam prepared a simple yet delicious meal of freshly caught fish, grilled to perfection. They sat together, watching the sunset, their shoulders touching, a comfortable silence between them. As the stars began to twinkle in the sky, Liam turned to Eleanor, his expression serious. "Eleanor, there's something I need to tell you," he began. "I've felt a connection with you since the day we met, and it's only grown stronger. I know we haven't known each other for long, but I feel like I found something special with you." Eleanor's heart swelled with emotion. She had been feeling the same way, but had been too afraid to admit it. "I feel the same way, Liam," she said softly. "Being with you has brought so much joy into my life." Liam reached out and gently cupped her face in his hands, his thumbs brushing away the tears that had begun to fall. "I'm glad to hear that," he whispered, before leaning in to kiss her. The kiss was tender and sweet, filled with the promise of something new and beautiful. As they pulled away, Eleanor knew that her life was about to change in ways she couldn't have imagined. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months as Eleanor and Liam's relationship blossomed. They were inseparable, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. They explored the depths of the ocean together, discovering new species and uncovering hidden treasures. They laughed, loved, and supported each other through the challenges and triumphs of life. One evening, as they sat on the beach watching the sunset, Liam took Eleanor's hand in his and said, "Eleanor, I've been thinking a lot about our future. I can't imagine my life without you. Will you marry me?" Eleanor's eyes filled with tears of joy. "Yes, Liam," she replied, her voice trembling with emotion. "I will." Their wedding was a beautiful and intimate affair, held on the very beach where they had shared so many special moments. Surrounded by their closest friends and family, they exchanged vows, promising to love and cherish each other for the rest of their lives. As they stood on the shore, hand in hand, watching the sun dip below the horizon, Eleanor felt a deep sense of peace and contentment. She had found her soulmate, her partner in life and in adventure, and she knew that together they could face anything. Years passed, and Eleanor and Liam continued to build their life together. They had 2 children, a boy and a girl, who shared their parents' love for the sea. They taught their children to swim, to sail, and to explore the wonders of the ocean, instilling in them the same sense of curiosity and passion that had brought them together. Eleanor's career flourished, and she made significant contributions to marine biology, her work widely recognised and respected. Liam continued to fish and explore, always by her side, supporting her dreams and sharing in her successes. Their love story was one of adventure, passion, and unwavering commitment. They faced challenges together, weathered storms both literal and metaphorical, and emerged stronger for it. Their bond was unbreakable, forged in the depths of the ocean and nurtured by the love they shared. As they grew old together, Eleanor and Liam often reminisced about their journey, the memories they had created, and the love that had carried them through it all. They would sit on their porch, watching the waves crash against the shore, holding hands and feeling grateful for the life they had built together. One day, as they sat together watching the sunset, Eleanor turned to Liam and said, "Thank you for choosing me, for sharing this incredible life with me." Liam smiled, his eyes filled with love. "I should be the one thanking you, Eleanor. You've given me more than I ever dreamed possible. I love you now and always." Eleanor leaned in and kissed him, her heart full of love and gratitude. As they sat there wrapped in each other's arms, they knew that their love story was far from over. It would continue to unfold with each new day, a testament to the power of love and the magic of the sea. As the years went by, Eleanor and Liam's love continued to deepen, growing even stronger with each new adventure and challenge they faced together. Their children, Caleb and Maya, flourished under their loving guidance, each finding their own unique passions and paths in life. Caleb developed a love for marine engineering, inspired by his parents' tales of the sea, while Maya pursued a career in oceanography, following closely in her mother's footsteps. One summer, Caleb announced his engagement to a brilliant young marine biologist named Sophie, whom he had met during a research expedition. The family rejoiced, thrilled that another love story was beginning to unfold within their own. The wedding was held on the same beach where Eleanor and Liam had exchanged their vows, the sea once again serving as a witness to a new chapter in their family's history. As Eleanor watched her son and his new wife exchange vows, she couldn't help but feel a profound sense of pride and nostalgia. She glanced at Liam, who stood beside her, his eyes filled with the same mix of emotions. He squeezed her hand, and she knew that he too was remembering their own wedding day and the journey that had brought them to this moment. After the wedding, life continued its steady rhythm. Eleanor and Liam found joy in their grandchildren, sharing their love for the ocean with the next generation. They took the little ones on boat rides, taught them to fish, and shared stories of their adventures. The family's bond was strong, rooted in love and a shared passion for the sea. One crisp autumn morning, as Eleanor was preparing to head out for a dive, she felt a sharp pain in her chest. She tried to dismiss it, but the pain persisted, growing more intense. Alarmed, she called out to Liam, who rushed to her side. He could see the pain etched on her face and immediately knew something was seriously wrong. "Eleanor, we need to get you to the hospital," he said, his voice filled with worry. Eleanor nodded, unable to speak through the pain. Liam quickly helped her to the car and drove as fast as he could to the nearest hospital. The next few hours were a blur of doctors, tests, and anxious waiting. Finally, a doctor approached them with a solemn expression. "Mrs. Brooks, you've had a heart attack," he said gently. "We're going to need to keep you here for a while to monitor your condition and run some more tests." Eleanor felt a wave of fear wash over her, but she saw the determination in Liam's eyes and knew she wasn't facing this alone. He stayed by her side every moment, holding her hand, reassuring her, and reminding her of the strength they had built together over the years. During her recovery, Eleanor reflected on her life, grateful for the love and support of her family. She realized how precious every moment was, and vowed to cherish the time she had with those she loved. Liam was her rock, his unwavering presence a source of comfort and strength. After several weeks, Eleanor was finally able to return home. Though her recovery was slow, she was determined to regain her strength and continue living life to the fullest. Liam and the children rallied around her, their support and encouragement giving her the motivation she needed to heal. As Eleanor regained her health, she and Liam decided to take a long overdue trip to the Maldives, a destination they had always dreamed of visiting. The pristine beaches and vibrant coral reefs were a paradise, and the trip became a celebration of life and love. They spent their days snorkeling, exploring the islands, and simply enjoying each other's company. One evening, as they sat on the beach watching the sun dip below the horizon, Eleanor turned to Liam, her heart full of gratitude. "Liam, thank you for always being there for me. I don't know what I would do without you." Liam smiled, his eyes reflecting the setting sun. "Eleanor, you are my world. Every moment with you is a gift, and I will always be by your side, no matter what." They shared a tender kiss, their hearts beating in perfect harmony. The beauty of the Maldives, the warmth of the setting sun, and the deep love they shared made this moment one they would cherish forever. Returning from their trip, Eleanor and Liam continued to live each day with purpose and joy. They became even more involved in their community, sharing their love for the ocean through educational programs and conservation efforts. Their passion for the sea and their commitment to each other inspired many in their town, becoming a beacon of love and dedication. Years later, as they celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary, their home was filled with family and friends. Caleb and Maya had both built successful careers and families of their own, and the house was alive with the laughter and joy of grandchildren running around. The party was held on the same beach that had witnessed so many milestones in their lives. During the celebration, Caleb stood up to give a toast. "To my parents, Eleanor and Liam, whose love story has been an inspiration to us all. Your strength, dedication, and unwavering love have shown us what it means to truly cherish each other. Here's to many more years of happiness and adventure." As everyone raised their glasses, Eleanor looked at Liam, her heart swelling with love and pride. They had built a life full of love, adventure, and deep connections. Their journey together had been filled with challenges and triumphs, each one bringing them closer and making their bond even stronger. After the party, Eleanor and Liam sat on their porch, watching the waves crash against the shore. The moonlight reflected off the water, casting a silvery glow over the beach. Eleanor leaned her head on Liam's shoulder, feeling the steady beat of his heart. "Liam, our life together has been more than I ever dreamed," she said softly. "Thank you for every moment." Liam kissed the top of her head. "Eleanor, you are my everything. Thank you for being my partner, my love, and my best friend." As they sat there in the quiet of the night, wrapped in each other's arms, they knew that their love story was a rare and beautiful thing. It was a tale of two souls who had found each other, grown together, and created a life filled with love and adventure. And as they watched the waves, they knew that their story would continue to unfold, chapter by chapter, until the end of time. As the days turned into years, Eleanor and Liam continued to find joy in the simple pleasures of life. They spent their mornings walking along the beach, collecting seashells and watching the sunrise. Afternoons were often filled with visits from their children and grandchildren, whose laughter filled the house with a sense of warmth and vitality. Evenings were their special time together, often spent sitting on their porch, reminiscing about their adventures and dreaming about the future. One summer evening, as the sky turned a deep shade of pink, Eleanor felt a familiar but now stronger pain in her chest. She had been feeling more fatigued lately, but she had brushed it off as a part of getting older. This time, however, the pain was more intense. She reached for Liam's hand, her grip tight and trembling. "Liam, I think we need to go to the hospital," she said, her voice weak but calm. Liam's eyes filled with worry, but he remained composed. He helped her to the car and drove as quickly as he could, his heart pounding with fear. At the hospital, the doctors quickly assessed Eleanor's condition and admitted her for further tests. The next few days were a blur of medical procedures and anxious waiting. Liam never left her side, holding her hand and offering words of comfort. Despite the severity of her condition, Eleanor remained strong, her spirit undaunted. One afternoon, the doctor came into Eleanor's room with a sombre expression. "Eleanor, Liam, the tests show that Eleanor's heart is failing. We've done everything we can, but her condition is very serious. It's time to prepare for the worst." Liam's heart sank, and tears welled up in his eyes. He looked at Eleanor, who gave him a brave smile. "We've had a wonderful life, Liam. I have no regrets," she whispered. They spent the next few days surrounded by family, sharing memories and expressing their love. Eleanor took comfort in knowing that she was surrounded by those she loved most. She spoke to Caleb and Maya, reassuring them and sharing her wisdom. On her last night, Eleanor and Liam lay together in her hospital bed, their hands intertwined. The room was quiet, except for the soft hum of the medical equipment. Eleanor turned to Liam, her eyes filled with love. "Liam, promise me you'll continue to live a full and happy life," she said softly. "Find joy in every day and keep our memories close to your heart." "I promise, Eleanor," Liam replied, his voice choked with emotion. "You are my everything, and I will cherish every moment we've had together." As the night grew deeper, Eleanor's breathing became more laboured. Liam held her close, whispering words of love and comfort. She passed away peacefully in his arms, a gentle smile on her face, knowing she was deeply loved. Liam was devastated by Eleanor's passing, but he honoured her memory by living the way she had taught him, finding joy in the little things and cherishing every moment. He continued to be a loving father and grandfather, sharing stories of Eleanor and their adventures with his family. He often returned to their special beach, sitting on the shore and watching the waves. The ocean, which had always been a source of wonder and inspiration for both of them, now served as a comforting reminder of their love. Years passed, and Liam grew older. His health began to decline, but his spirit remained strong. One quiet evening, as he sat on the porch watching the sunset, he felt a deep sense of peace. He closed his eyes and imagined Eleanor beside him, her presence as vivid as ever. With a contented sigh, Liam took his last breath, joining Eleanor in the afterlife. They were reunited in a place where the sea stretched out endlessly before them, their love eternal and unbreakable. Their children and grandchildren continued their legacy, living lives filled with love, adventure, and a deep appreciation for the ocean. Caleb and Sophie, now with children of their own, often visited the beach where Eleanor and Liam had built their life together. They shared stories of their grandparents, ensuring that their love story would be remembered for generations to come. In the end, Eleanor and Liam's love transcended time and space, a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who knew them. Their story was one of true love, bound by the sea and carried forward by the hearts of their family, forever a testament to the power of love and the beauty of life.